Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt Cabayel with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Agit Kabayel, the WBC heavyweight interim champion of the world, people. Had this to say concerning Oleksander Usyk, and he said, quote, Agit Kabayel wants to fight at Usyk at the 54,000 seat capacity Merkur Spiel Arena in Düsseldorf. He said, I have so much support in Germany okay? Also, we have so many Ukrainian people. It's easy to fill the stadium with this fight. Okay. Via at Box Nation TV. And let me counterpunch. I don't know if you guys know how I feel about Agit Kabayel. I have major respect for him. I think he is that, what's the word? Boogeyman in the division. The only problem is his action, his activity, his record, his resume. You know, he's been stopping guys. See, if you wanted to compare him to someone like Joseph Parker, before he took the L to Fabio, right, controversially, it would be night and day. Why? Because Agit Kabayel ain't having decisions. This is not controversial bullshit, or this is not, yeah, but this, or yeah, but that, or none of that. There's none of that. This is BS. This is an early stoppage. No, Agit Kabayel ain't going to the decisions, right? He's stopping these dudes. He's bagging bodies. This dude is making people quit. These are KOs. Think about his last 3 fights. They've been KOs, bro. You know what I mean? The TKO part, the T in front of the K, that's just a courtesy. Because if you look at the way that Agit Kabayel has been bagging dudes, stopping dudes, just busting them up to the gut and all that, and making these dudes just go no mas, just turning away from the engagement of these exchanges. Bro, the dude is doing his damn job the best that I've seen any of these other guys do it. The only problem about Agit Kabayel is maybe he's too good. Yeah. You guys remember when Usyk crowned? He crowned Agit Kabayel, the WBC champion. He did that out of respect because he knows this is a badass. You know what I mean? And maybe him calling out Oleksander Usyk is like one of those things like good guy calling out the other good guy. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's too good of a good guy to be considered a boogeyman. The boogeyman has to have that, you know what I mean? That meanness, that grit, that aggressiveness. You know what I mean? Like, I want to murder you. I don't like you. I'm the bad guy. Therefore, I'm going to do you in. That's what he's lacking. So him saying, yeah, inshallah, I would love to have a fight with Usyk, with the fans from Germany and a lot of friends from Germany. I think he meant to say Turkey, but we could fill that stadium in Germany and have a crazy fight, me and him, right? That could happen, but I think he's going about it wrong because I think he's doing it too nicely. You know what I mean? You have to provoke certain fighters sometimes. You have to become a dick. And then, you know what? Here's the thing. As much as I love authenticity, because, you know, not everybody can be a clown, a payaso, right? Not everybody can be a payaso. But at some point, you have to see and realize and acknowledge, yo, being me ain't working. You know what I mean? This ain't working. I'm not getting any fights. I'm not getting the buzz. I'm not getting, people like my fights. They love my knockout reels. They love the body of work that I'm accumulating on my resume, but I'm not getting what I think I should have. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can be too nice. Sometimes you can be too humble. And I get calling out Oleksander Usyk. You know what I mean? Bro, it's like get in line. You got Fabio out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Getting the opportunity because Parker gave him the opportunity and shit like that. But then you got all these other guys that are just piled up in line. Derek Chisora and Tyson Fury's coming out of no damn where talking about I want an opportunity and he may get it before everyone else. If you make that make sense, what the hell is that about? But, it's a line that's being formed for the fighters that want to take on Oleksander Usyk, and you're like, damn, what about Agit Kabayel, another undefeated fighter? Not a guy that's got his ass whooped a couple times or whatever. A new, fresh challenge. I feel that him wanting this, if he wants it, he's going to have to do something that he's never done. You know the golden rule. If you want something that you never had, you got to do something that you never done. Right? That's what he's going to have to do. Period. So maybe he may need to think about that for a minute. But hey, a showdown in Germany? Yeah, I would love that. Usyk is no stranger from going to someone's backyard. He went to Saudi Arabia, went to USA, he went to the UK a couple times, right? He's been all over the place. So I don't think he would have a problem with it, but it has to be an incentive for a fight like that to get made, right? Someone has to market it, and I don't think Frank Warren is that name. Agit Kabayel is at the top of the list. I just don't think so. Now, if he was British, that would be a different story, wouldn't it? But that's another video. You guys tell me what you think of Agit Kabayel calling out Oleksander Usyk, offering him a fight at the 54,000 seat arena in Germany. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.